In Indian classical music, some sounds touch the soul. None more so than the Shehnai of Ustad Bismillah Khan. His music was more than notes. It was a prayer, a celebration, a story. When he played, the air shimmered with magic, drawing people in with pure emotion. His Shehnai could express both sorrow and joy, becoming the sound of auspicious occasions across India. From weddings to temple ceremonies, his music brought blessings and peace. Before him, the Shehnai was not a solo concert instrument. He changed that, placing it at the heart of the classical stage. Through dedication and genius, he revealed the Shehnai's incredible potential. His music crossed boundaries of religion and culture. A devout Muslim, he played in Hindu temples, practicing by the holy Ganga in Varanasi. His notes carried a message of unity and love. Music has no caste, he often said, and lived by it. His life and music became a symbol of India's rich composite culture. Even today, his music inspires us, echoing in concert halls and quiet moments alike. When we hear the Shehnai, we think of him, the undisputed king of the instrument. His journey was a spiritual quest, not just a pursuit of fame. He dedicated his life to his art, showing that true devotion leads to greatness. His story is a lesson in humility, perseverance, and the power of music to unite. He made India proud, and his melody will forever resonate in the nation's heart. Ustad Bismillah Khan's Shehnai is the soulful echo of India itself. His legacy is timeless. Bismillah Khan's journey began in Dumraon, Bihar. Born into a family of court musicians, music was in his blood. His father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all played the Shehnai. The air at home was filled with melody, shaping his destiny from the start. His family played daily at the Bihariji temple, and young Bismillah listened, fascinated. He absorbed music naturally, drawn to the Shehnai without being told to practice. His grandfather named him Bismillah, meaning in the name of Allah, a name that seemed to carry a blessing. Childhood was simple but rich in musical education. He often accompanied his father to the temple, quietly listening to morning ragas. These experiences left a deep impression on his soul. His real learning came from listening and observing, not just formal training. His family taught him that music was a way to connect with the divine. This lesson stayed with him for life. Dumraon gave him roots and tradition, the perfect foundation for a future maestro. The simple life, family traditions, and constant music created the environment for greatness. The seeds of his genius were sown in those early years. Bismillah Khan's childhood was a symphony of devotion and destiny. The Shehnai became his voice, and music his calling. His journey had only just begun. At 6, Bismillah Khan moved to Varanasi, a city of ancient spirituality. There, his maternal uncle, Ali Bux, became his strict but loving teacher. Varanasi's vibrant culture and the holy Ganga shaped his spirit and music. He practiced for hours daily, determined to make the Shehnai a respected classical instrument. The river Ganga became his greatest inspiration. He found a special spot near the Balaji temple, playing for hours as the river flowed by. He believed the Ganga's waves inspired his ragas, infusing his music with nature's energy. The sounds of temple bells and prayers blended with his melodies, creating a divine symphony. In Varanasi, he learned more than music. He learned about life and harmony. He saw people of all faiths living together, shaping his worldview. For him, temples and mosques were both houses of God. His music became a bridge between faiths, played with equal devotion for Hindu deities and in Muslim prayers. This synthesis of cultures became the essence of his music and life. The city and river were his spiritual anchors. Varanasi was not just his home, it was his muse. The sacred Ganga flowed through every note he played. His soul was forever connected to the city and its river. The Shehnai's voice became the sound of Varanasi itself. Bismillah Khan's music was a living prayer on the banks of the Ganga. His art was inseparable from the spirit of the city. Years of practice in Varanasi prepared Bismillah Khan for the world stage. His breakthrough came in 1937 at the All India Music Conference in Calcutta. The Shehnai was still seen as a ceremonial instrument, not fit for classical concerts. Many doubted what he could do with it. But as he played, the whole fell silent. His music was pure magic. He performed complex ragas with ease and emotion, making the Shehnai sing. The audience was mesmerized. Critics and maestros praised him. Ustad Fayaz Khan, a legend, encouraged him to keep working hard. This concert was his turning point, announcing a new star in Indian classical music. He proved the Shehnai belonged on the concert stage. Invitations poured in from across the country. The Calcutta conference opened doors for the Shehnai in mainstream classical music. It was a historic moment for both the artist and the instrument. His dream of elevating the Shehnai was realized. From Dumraon to Varanasi to Calcutta, his journey was now unstoppable. Bismillah Khan had arrived. The world of music would never be the same. The Shehnai had found its true voice, and India had found a maestro. In 1947, as India prepared for independence, Bismillah Khan was chosen for a historic honor. Prime Minister Nehru invited him to play the Shehnai at the Red Fort on August 15. As midnight approached, his soulful Rag Kafi welcomed the birth of a free India. His music was the first voice of independent India, full of hope and solemnity. The performance came just before Nehru's Tryst with Destiny speech. It was more than a concert. It was a symbol of new beginnings. The Shehnai, an instrument of celebration, heralded a new era. Bismillah Khan's music became a tradition at national celebrations. For years, his Shehnai marked Independence Day on national television. He became a national icon, his music the sound of unity and patriotism. That night, his Shehnai sang for 1 billion dreams. The nation listened, and history was made. His notes still echo in the story of India's freedom. Bismillah Khan's music soon transcended India's borders. He became a cultural ambassador, introducing the Shehnai to the world. He performed at prestigious venues in the US, Europe, Japan, and the Middle East. Audiences everywhere were captivated, even if they didn't know Indian classical music. He played at the Edinburgh Festival, Cannes Art Festival, and the Lincoln Center in the US. The Shehnai, once little known outside India, found a global stage through him. He collaborated selectively, but always stayed true to classical roots. His music featured in films like Gunj Uti Shehnai and Sanadi Apana, reaching wider audiences. Yet his heart remained in pure classical music. He believed music was a universal language, building bridges across cultures. On stage, he was a king. Off stage, a humble man. He never compromised on his art, presenting it with dignity and pride. His global influence was about more than performance. It was about understanding and unity. He showed the world the soul of India through his Shehnai. Bismillah Khan was a true ambassador of peace and harmony. His music united people everywhere. The world embraced his art with open arms. Bismillah Khan's genius was recognized with India's highest honors. He received the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and finally, the Bharat Ratna in 2001. Only a few musicians have received this highest civilian award. The nation celebrated his lifelong service to music and unity. Upon receiving the Bharat Ratna, he humbly urged, "Teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition." Awards and accolades never changed his simplicity. He saw himself as a servant of music, not a celebrity. His fame spread worldwide. He received honorary doctorates from top universities. But for Khan Saab, the greatest reward was the love of his audience. A smile or a tear from a listener meant more than any medal. He lived to create beauty and spread joy. The Bharat Ratna was the official seal on a legacy already immortal. He was truly a jewel of India. His music was a gift to the world. His humility and devotion inspired generations. Bismillah Khan's name became synonymous with excellence. His legacy is celebrated across the globe. Despite global fame, Bismillah Khan lived simply in Varanasi in his ancestral home. He once refused to move abroad, saying, "Can you bring my Ganga there?" His connection to the city and river was spiritual and unbreakable. He traveled by rickshaw, wore simple clothes, and cared little for luxury. His world revolved around music, family, and faith. A devout Shia Muslim, he found God everywhere, temple or mosque. He began each day with prayers, then practiced at the Balaji temple. For him, music was the path to God, beyond religious boundaries. His life was a living example of communal harmony. He was a loving family man, generous and kind to all. His home was always open, filled with students and visitors. He treated everyone with respect and humor. His favorite meal was simple dal and rice. He called his Shehnai his Begum, caring for it as a beloved companion. He believed his music was a divine gift, never taking credit for his talent. Humility was his strength, keeping his art pure and honest. He showed greatness and humility can go hand in hand. His devotion to music was absolute. Bismillah Khan's life was as soulful as his melodies. He remains a model of simplicity and grace. Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on August 21, 2006, leaving a void in music. His Shehnai was buried with him, symbolizing their inseparable bond. But the music of a true master never dies. His legacy lives on in recordings and in the hearts of millions. He elevated the Shehnai to a respected classical instrument, inspiring generations. Every Shehnai player today owes him a debt of gratitude. His life was a testament to unity and harmony. A Muslim who played for Hindu gods, he saw divinity everywhere. His music was a prayer for all, above all divisions. Even if the world ends, the music will still survive, he once said. His life proved music connects souls and heals divides. Today, his presence is still felt. At weddings, celebrations, and moments of national pride. He was more than a musician. He was the soul of Banaras and the voice of India. He taught us dedication, simplicity, and the power of a pure heart. Ustad Bismillah Khan's melody is eternal, inspiring generations to come. His music will forever echo in the heart of the nation.